What's up, Treasure? How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Shisha, good morning. Get you invited here. Resign? You got it, B. All right. Let's see. Invite two co-hosts. Let's
Boom shakalaka.
Boom shakalaka. Look at you.
I know. I was like, let's do this outside. It's very breezy here in Georgia. I think we're getting to freezing the next couple of nights. So I think it's high 50s today. And I got the sun beaming on me. Yes, I will take it.
I'm hearing feedback from my I'm hearing myself. Do you have your computer up?
No.
So weird.
Do you have your computer up?
Let me see. I'll shut that off. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. Colin's on the move.
Let's try something. Yeah. Technology.
I know. Whatnotting. That's who I'm going to blame. It's never me.
It's definitely never me.
I know, right? It's never us.
Oh.
An echo chamber, yeah. I know, because I was like,
no, so bad.
Okay. I was curious if the wind was going to affect it. And then two, I have neighbors with chickens. So you might hear the rooster, and the wind is picking up, and then we're near the interstate. So you might hear all the cars and traffic. So just let me know if it's bad. I know, it's decent. It's just super windy. Got the Georgia pines behind me. What's left of them.
It looks just like Alabama.
It does.
Literally it looks just like it. So I can only hear myself doubling back. So this is really frustrating. So annoying.
It'll be all right. Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, and then my phone stand was act up. There we go. All right. So welcome in, everyone. Any questions about reselling, anything like that, whatnot related? We are here to help you.
Yeah, now's your chance. She's a busy lady, though.
We know it's early. Early on a Sunday.
Listen, I tried to do this day without coffee, and I was wrong.
I don't have coffee. I have caffeine, so that'll work. Hey, Krista, how are you?
What's up, Chrissy? What's up, Krista? Lone Horse, hello. Welcome in. This podcast is sponsored by Rocket City Reseller for Launchpad. It's a podcast about reselling. It's on midnight PM Eastern. So you're going to want to check that out on YouTube. Here is a sticker. We're going to do a giveaway.
Oh, giveaway. Better make sure you're following Rocket City Resellers and getting that givey.
Yeah. Volume down. What's going on? How about now? Can you guys hear me okay?
Oh, wow.
Is that better?
I don't hear the echo now.
Krista? There's an echo.
So I think I've been on Whatnot over a year. I don't remember my exact date. I'm too lazy to figure that out too.
Yeah, there's a super bad echo out here too, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what's going on. I could restart it.
Oh my gosh.
I know we had to do that
time?
last time.
Yeah. How long have you been on Whatnot, Bob?
I've been on Whatnot for 2 years. January.
Yeah,
This is January. Yep.
I
I
remember
remember
correctly,
correctly, 2 years. So
So
8,000 sold,
right?
right?
Over
Over
8,000
8,000 now,
and
and
5-star
star
review.
review.
Pretty
Pretty proud of that.
Takes a lot of
Takes
hard
a lot
work
of
and
hard work
effort
and
to do
effort
that.
to do that. So
We got
the computer's actually off. I'm not
on
even on there anymore.
I'm not
I'm not sure exactly why I should be down there.
Just being temperamental. Oh, what are your Whatnot goals this year, Bob?
Just try to be more intentional with my time. It's going to be harder because I'm going into the actual physical office. So we'll see. My goal is to try to grow in sales. Obviously, we want to make sure that we get that done. We also want to be intentional about helping the community, which is why we started the podcast, so we can try to help our Whatnot friends as well, not just the static reselling part of the reselling community. We also want to bring in the live Whatnot resellers as well. Try to give some sage advice and what's worked, what's not worked, things of that nature. So,
yeah. I think
our goal is to try to grow.
Yeah, same thing. My goal is to grow the community. Ray trains out the wazoo, trying to get. I just want to. I guess with the Ray trains is that I want to get different people because that's how you grow. Is you got to look for different sellers and maybe outside of my normal scope. And I found some amazing people on here. It's a great community. Help that community grow. I think the other one is for me is I guess my time is what I need to look at because I do spend a lot of time loading, preparing, everything else like that. Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, because my time right now is very kind of all over the place.
So the question in chat is for Little Lost Treasures. What's your absolute favorite place to find inventory and what a common mistake people make when sourcing? That's a very good question.
Yeah, it's really good.
So my most favorite place is the Google Outlet bins. So for those that don't know, everything that ends up in Goodwill that's donated, and they get it for free, by the way. And they are not a charity, by the way. They are a corporation. So all the inventory that gets to the Goodwill that doesn't sell actually ends up in a Goodwill Outlet bin store, which is makes sense. They sell it by the weight. Try to get one last attempt before it goes into the dump. So all right. So I'm gonna try to restart this thing. Hang on a second, guys.
All right, hold on one second, y'all. Don't go nowhere.
Keep selling. No. That was really bad. I'm not sure exactly why that is. Hello, welcome in. We get started in just a second. Sorry, guys. I am. I'm not sure why it was rebounding, but no, just my phone, which is really even weirder. Sheesh, technology, man, I'll tell you. Appreciate the share. Little lost treasure. See if we can get Ashley back on this. Well, I'm not rebounding anymore, so there's that.
There we go.
Did you join? I started rebounding again.
Oh, it's all my fault. It's all my fault. It's me. It is what it is. It wouldn't be a Q&A with you and me if there wasn't technical difficulties. I mean, I haven't exited the show yet, but hey.
Well, I mean, there's that.
There's time. All right, so the last question we had was, where do you like to source, and what are some of the misconceptions of sourcing? So for me, I don't have a Goodwill outlet bin. The closest one is Columbia, South Carolina. I went once. I said, holy crud, this is not like the pictures, the videos I've ever seen. It was junk. It was not worth the hour drive to get there. So that was fun. For me, local thrift stores is my favorite. If y'all have seen my shows, I always talk about Thursday is for thrifting. I have a local thrift store opens up every Thursday. They are packed to the brim, everything, you name it, they have vintage, all kinds of stuff. Their prices are from 50 cents to $5. And then there's some items that they do specialty prices on. Thursday is crazy when they open. Everything goes back to the community, which I love. But those are the thrift stores I love, the mom and pop community-based thrift stores, because you find a whole bunch of different stuff that you're like, holy crud, I can't believe I found it. Misconceptions with thrifting is you're going to go out and you're going to find amazing stuff every time. You're going to find that $100 jelly cat. No, it doesn't work like that. It is a lot of hustling. It is a lot of going and sourcing, and the likelihood of you finding a jelly cat. Okay, I'm not Rocket City. I'm not Fiona Fines that I find like 10, 25 at a time, but I found a handful, I'd say close to maybe 10, and I have one I'm sitting on. I'm hoarding it. I don't know when I'm going to run it. It was pretty cool, but I've had one duplicate jelly cat, but every jelly cat I found has been different, which I think is great. I've only had one duplicate that I was like, okay, well, it's a jelly cat nonetheless. Who cares? But yeah.
Yeah. The misconception is that you're going to go out there and find that banger, right? That's just not the reality of it. It's the bread and butter items, the $10 to $20 items that actually grow your business. That's how we do it. We just sell a lot of them. So I can spend my time looking for that $1,000 item that's going to sell really quickly, or I can get 1,000 items at $20 and sell quickly. I mean, there's no wrong way to do it.
Oh, I already busted.
I'm not saying that model's wrong. If you can find them along the way, do it.
Yeah. Amanda goes, or sometimes you find 5 jelly cats in one trip. I was like, yeah. I was already talking.
We all can't be Irish like Amanda. She's super lucky.
Mine is, it's the thrill of the hunt. That's mine. Is like, what was it? This past Thursday, we had the Stick Scribble and Sleigh Ray train. I went to the local thrift store on Thursday, and I found some more stickers and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta load them quick. Like, the other insight I will say when it comes to thrifting that you need to look at in like true fashion is, yep, you spent all day, you're on this dopamine high, you got all this stuff super cheap, amazing. Now comes the fun. Now it's the cleaning. Now it's the cleaning, be it washing, being it cleaning it up, being trying to get whatever marks and everything off of it, brushing the hair of dolls that, oh my gosh, I loathe and I suck at. I'm not even going to lie. I've reached a point that I'm like, just take it as it is. It is what it is. But it's all that. Then it's the, okay, now I got to list it. Where am I listing it? Where is it going? And it's the time with listing it. Then it's also researching. Do I have it at the right price? What price does it need to be at? So that's the other part of it that you got to look at too. It's like, oh yeah, it's all fun and games. And then you get home with a truckload and you're like, holy crud. The work begins then.
Yeah. Now the work begins, right? A lot of people misconstrue luck with hard work. A lot of times they don't see the hard work, and I'm working on a video right now about that for YouTube. It's going to be dropping next. We started our inventory. What I was trying to mention is like all the work that goes into doing the inventory, and Amanda's doing it all by herself this year. So kudos to her. She's she's really on it about her business. And when people look at you and say, "Man, you're lucky you get a lot of sales," or "You're lucky you do this," you're lucky. What they don't see is all that hard work, and the point of this channel is to showcase the hard work and document that over time, so that resellers that are wanting to start this or even scale can then learn to do that and kind of see what it takes to get it done. That luck, So. Yeah, I know there's an echo. I'm sorry, Mouse.
Yeah, we've tried to fix the echo. It wouldn't be a Q&A show with us if there wasn't technical difficulties.
Listen, I'm a software engineer, and I can't figure out what is causing it. So there you go. Let me into your code and whatnot. I'll fix it for you.
Then Little Lost Treasures said, do you find it hard to part with pieces to list or sell, or do you have a collection of your own? And then Fiona Fines, the other half, I like to say, of Rocket City Resellers, but also a seller on her own right, says sometimes, but everything's got a price. And I'm with you there. My whole thing is there's certain things that I think us as resellers that we're like, oh, I really like this. This is my childhood. And I have been guilty of it, that I price it high, like within reason of where it's at, and like with the hopes that nobody will buy it, and hey, it'll sit and I get to hold it and stare at it and have it for a little while longer. But I'm kind of with Amanda. At a certain point, it's like, how much do I need in my collection?
This is one of those subjects that for me is difficult because we are static sellers as well, and I'll say that we sell on other platforms is what I'm trying to say. We also have a buy it now and marketplace on here as well where we sell things, but for the most part we sell on other platforms. It's always hard differentiating what to bring to whatnot and what to keep for sale on other platforms. And sometimes it becomes a great line between the two, and it's really hard and difficult for me. I continually have to reframe my thinking about wholesaling and retailing, and kind of come to like this moment in time where I'm okay, and it's difficult for me. But Fiona's fine. Will tell you, my wife, I struggle all the time with that. So.
And then Collins on the Move asked, do you have everything in your bin and move it to the trains when you have them? So the plus side on my end is I am a listing queen. So there is a lot of stuff that I have listed maybe over a year ago that I still have set up a listing for, because when you create a listing with that item, you can just easily import it or export it, whatever, put it into your show. So that's a luxury. There are items that I don't have listed that I'm like, oh crud, I have this raid train. Okay, it's this theme. Oh, what do I have? And that's where I'm at the moment. For girls just want to have fun. I have so much stuff, and I've been slowly listing, but a lot of times, yes. And to me, on my side, I don't have the luxury of having the space like everybody else does, that when you go live, hi, here's my whatnot room. I don't have that. I have limited space when I do my shows. So when I set up, I'm intentional with what I'm putting in it. I have found that for me, a lot of times it's easier to pre-list it so people can see it. They have time to look at it. Pre-bids help, but yes, pre-bids are not always a guarantee that payment might not go through. But that's the luxury. And then sometimes, for example, like last night it happened. Somebody's like, what Nintendo plush do you have? And I'm like, hold on. Looked it up. Import, here it is. You can buy it in the buy it now. It makes it easy. Like here, if you want to look at it, you don't have to fight anybody for it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I was going to say you don't have to have a big space to be successful. I just want to say that. We have the luxury of having a room, but we also have to reset it for different things, shows. We have a stock that we keep in there, but the actual stuff that we show, sometimes we have to kind of move and rotate through. We actually have this room full right now of items that are going to be for some of the shows that you guys have coming up. Let's talk about that, maybe. What do you guys got coming up?
Oh, so this week I think me and Amanda don't have anything going. We don't have any raid trains this week. Our next big raid train is Girls Just Want to Have Fun on the 22nd. Everything girl, anything girl related. So Barbies, Lila's Pet Shop, La La Loopsy, a whole bunch of stuff. Just, everything you grew up as a child. It's going to be kind of mixed. I'll be 100% transparent. I think it's going to be more than toys and plush. I think it's going to be probably stickers, notebooks, who knows? Crafting supplies, who knows what everybody's bringing. I was pretty broad. I think it's a very broad category, and that's a lot to fill, a lot to try and sell in 30 minutes. So I'm trying to pick and choose what I'm putting. Oh, there you go. See? So that's what I'm like. I think Collins was saying she's going to have some clothing on there too. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's a good mix to have a little bit of everything. I'm not just strictly a toy and plush seller. I know that that's what it comes off especially on Whatnot. I do have booths where I sell home decor items as well and different other items. And so that's where I have a little bit of eclectic, that they're like certain things that I'm like, ooh, that's kind of girly. Let's bring that in, sort of thing. So yeah, that's the biggest one coming up this week. The big one for me, I say this is a slow week, but it's not. We got Plush and Toy Ray Train on Wednesday with Gulf Coast Pickers. I do. And then we have Nonstop Nostalgia Ray Train, that if y'all have never seen that, it's hosted by Kaylee Grin. It is always a good time. You will find anything and everything from your childhood there. And then we have the Vintage Plush and Toy Ray Train, which is another good mix of nostalgia and old school. And then every Saturday we have Saturday Night Toy Frenzy Ray Train, a new toy seller every 30 minutes, mixture of items there. And then today, every Sunday, we have One and Done Toy Ray Train, 5-minute show. Different sellers either selling one toy item or selling a box of toy items. So if you're a collector reseller, it's a good, like, holy crud, I need to find some items. Boom. It's a no-brainer, that show.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Little
Lost Treasures has a question. I'll let you read it since I'm doubling back on sound.
Okay. What's your secret sauce for running a smooth and engaging live auction on Whatnot? Ooh. I'm going to throw it to Bob first.
I think that preloading can help with that. Maybe initially. I'm not a preloader per se. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants type of guy. I do everything by weight, which also helps move the show along. It also creates a fear of missing out environment and a sense of urgency. So I'm going to keep my audience likely for that reason. So that's kind of what I do. And I try to keep things that I was starting did at about $3 and try to create this ability to bid when you don't have a lot of money, maybe, and also create maybe some contention between people that are coming into the auction as well. So that's kind of how I do it. So.
Well, and Fiona Fines brought up a good point, having a good mod to kind of weed out the nonsense that's going on, because sometimes you can get bogged down, especially if you have a lot of people in the room or you have somebody come in that's trolling. I think we've all been there with trolling. This trolling to somebody to kind of weed those people out, or kind of get all those requests that start coming. And then she said the Givey Goblins. I mean, come on, you got to love a Givey Goblin. Come on. They're there.
I don't mind them.
Huh?
I like to have fun with them.
Oh, yeah. You like to have fun with them? And to Bob's point, I haven't been that seller that I can just go, oh, here's this I can put in the weight classes for my items. So that's why I preload, because that makes it more intentional for me, what I'm actually putting in. And then I can always freestyle. Like if somebody wants something, I have stuff preloaded. I can just import. It's in the bin. Here it is, pin it, that sort of thing. For me, I think authenticity is the biggest thing you can do on Whatnot. Just be yourself. This is who I am, that sort of thing. I always kind of have music going in the background. I normally go like 90s, today's hits, that sort of thing in the background. It kind of helps me at times when, especially, we've all been in a show where there's less than like anybody in there, and you just start different conversations. And then too, I'll just be like, oh, I remember this song. Do y'all remember it? Well, it just helps keep that flow going. But I would say there's no really secret sauce. It's just kind of what works for you. Because I've seen other people do different things. So whatever works for you.
We've actually had shows where we cleaned up the room before, and people were like, hey, how much is that? You know, type of thing. So we'll go live and we'll start cleaning the room, doing other things, moving stuff around. And all of a sudden it turns into a Whatnot show. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta, mine is because like I'm outside, which is kind of, to me, going back to somewhat of my roots, and which is crazy. I started selling home decor on here, and I literally was outside at a table showing you on the table outside my stuff because it was easier. And then I slowly, it gets way too hot in Georgia in the summer, we all know, in the South, and then cold in the winter. So I started moving inside, so I have a different setup. But it's just, you got to figure out what works for you. Of course.
So, one of the things we want to try to do too is grow the community and whatnot. So, we want to make sure everybody's following each other. So, if you're not already doing that, be sure to follow each other. It's super important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Be a community, be a tribe. Be active in the chat. All the things. So.
Yeah, I'll be the first one. I'm okay. And I think Amanda has said it a few times to me, Fiona Fines. She's like, man, sometimes you don't sell anything. You're on for an hour, but you just keep. And I was like, it's the community. It's like, okay, y'all want to hang out? All right, let's chit chat, that sort of thing. You can't let it get to you. You're going to have those days where you're on fire and you're like, holy crud, they're buying everything. And then other days, it's just super slow. It is what it is. I know during Christmas this year, whoa, December was harsh. It was harsh on Whatnot. You had these huge sellers that normally have like close to 100 people in their room with like still 50 to 60, which is not bad, but it was just across the platform. I feel like it was low. You got to think everybody going out of town, everybody trying to make sure they have money for Christmas, be it dinner, bills, all that sort of thing. So it fluctuates. And I think that's one thing. I know Bob is all about analytics, like looking at things like what day works best, what time. I've looked at different things, different times when I've run shows, and like, what's the secret sauce? It varies. It really does. It just varies on a daily basis, by the hour, a weekly basis. It changes every week.
Category can make a difference as well.
Oh, yeah. Category is huge, too.
What's the girls just want to have fun category?
I'm doing other toys, is what I'm putting it under. Just because that's more of what I have in there. I did, like, I have my bin is going to be loaded down. I already know. I'll have books. I think I got Hello Kitty twin sheet set in the bin. Like, just, I have a mixture. And that's one thing I struggle with is with categories, is trying to list under what category. Oh, yeah, the hashtags also. Yeah, all the subcategories putting in there, I think helps too. But I think that's one thing I struggle with is what category to put things in. When I first started, I was doing estate sales. That's where I had everything under, because I'm like, yes, I'm getting this stuff from thrift stores. Yes, I'm getting it from estate sales. Yes, I'm getting it from different areas type things. But I was like, it's not, I feel like there's negative connotations associated with garage sale that I'm like, I know there shouldn't be, because there's good stuff at garage sales. And then storage unit, I feel like is a huge category, and I don't buy storage units. I don't want to claim to be, so I try to stay away from those categories. I just try to keep it, and most of the stuff I list is, I think, toys, books, plush, and I put other things that aren't in those categories and estate sales. So I don't know. It might be something I need to relook at, the different categories, because there's so many and they keep adding more. So,
yeah. I know for us it's easy because we're plush toys, so we're kind of niched down, and the community is what it is, and it's growing, right? The community is growing, and we love that. There's room for everybody, I think. So we're not gatekeepers, or we try to be as transparent as we can. Warm welcoming, new plush toy resellers. Chef Mark Daniels, if you're not following them, follow. Lost in the Toy also. New plush toy resellers, make sure you're following them. Emily Unleashed, make sure you're following. Who else is there? Jag Risa. Yeah. There's a lot of new up and coming plush resellers, and there's room. I've been on here for 2 years. Am I mad about it? No, absolutely not. Welcome. Sit down, be a part of our tribe. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We love it.
Oh, no, you're completely fine. Ask as many questions as you want. I seem to be having an issue during live shows and tracking purchases. For high volume shows, what specific system do you use to quickly match sold items with the correct buyer without manually writing out names during the stream? Ooh, very good question.
So for me, I try to do it by weight. I do colored stickers. So I have stickers from 1 to 100. And if I run, let's say, a low weight item, instead of putting the person's name on it, it'll be plush number one that's sold. I'll take that number one, stick it to the and keep it moving and figure it out later. That's what I do.
Yeah. And most of my stuff is pre-listed, so it pretty much is like this item, this person bought it. So it makes it easier for me. That's why I was throwing that question to Bob, because he does a lot. There's a lot of sellers that do it that way too. They number by weight and stick it on there, and makes it easier to go back, because there are times, and I don't have any wood near me. Oh, yes, I do. That whatnot goes down and you can't see that video receipt. I know there was an issue a while back, and it messed up a lot of sellers, that you can go back and see the video receipt. So another good practice, not with video receipt, but also as you're selling it. And I've seen a few sellers do this as well. Oh, I have this pig plushie. Oh, thank you so much, Little Lost Treasures, for your purchase. I appreciate you. This little pink pig is coming to you. You say it over and over again. That can help you going back into your video receipt if it's up.
Yeah. A lot of times, even if the video receipt doesn't work, you can go back and watch your show. There's a setting inside whatnot. I forget how to get there, but you can actually watch the entire show back. And I've spent countless hours watching the shows back because the receipts were not right.
Yeah.
So.
I think the number system is a good system.
Yeah, I just actually recently started using it. I used to write the person's name and on a piece of paper tape and stick it on there and all the things. That's just like, it's not fast enough for me.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. The last Wednesday show that I had, I did $180 in an hour and a half. So, and my ads were $3 starts. So,
yeah,
you're just able to get through more of it.
I'm with you, and then you get different names, and I'll be the first one. Sometimes when people win, I look at their name and I'm like, holy crud, I can't say it. What can I pick out of that name that I can pronounce and not completely butcher it, and acknowledge them? And then like, sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Put it in chat, that sort of thing, because there are some names on here that I'm like, hold on, like, and I'm gonna throw one out there. So I'd say a friend now. She joined one of my Ray trains, new seller. I've never met her or anything. She joined. Her name is IWISMSBLY. And I thought it was I was Wimbleby. I was like, I don't know what it is. And it's I was Miss Bly. And I was like, what? I thought it was more complicated than that. That it's like, holy crud. Oh yeah, exactly. If you write a name down so fast and you can't read it, I have horrible handwriting. So good luck with that. Yeah. I write like a dude. It's so like I have to be intentional when I write to make sure it's nice and neat. Otherwise, it's a hot mess.
I'll do you one better. I write like a doctor.
You write like a what?
A doctor.
A doctor. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was not the cute, bubbly, the girl that writes in the bubble letters and all the stuff. And then, no, it was sloppy. My mom.
That's my wife. It's a bubble letter.
To this day, like when I do tags for the tags for our booths, and she'll go back and like she inputs all the information of what's sold and stuff. And she's like, what the heck is this? And I was like, oh, it's this. And she goes, I can't read your handwriting. And I'm like, well, then just put the first letters. I really am descriptive on my tags so they kind of know what it is. Just put like the first couple of things. You don't have to put everything. But yeah, horrible handwriting.
Yeah. I can't read my wife's handwriting, actually. It's very bubbly. It's like looping onto itself. So for me, I just can't read it, but she can't read mine either, so here we are.
Yeah. My mom would probably enjoy that I would do a label maker, because then she would understand. She would be like, oh, I know what it is. That's cat? Okay, cool.
There probably is a way to get one of those thermal printers where you can just have it from 1 to 100, and when you get a sale, just hit the print button, and it prints out the next ticket for you. There's probably a way to do that, I'm sure.
She's like, if I had a booth, the call outs, I mean, booths are one thing. I can be the first one to tell you that it's hit or miss. It depends on who your clientele is. I've been in I've been in 5 booths. I think into this year, close to December, we had one booth that's like an hour, 45 minutes away. It's just slow. It's in a small town, and our prices were like super cheap from everybody else. We just weren't doing the volume. It wasn't worth it. Like, it wasn't worth the gas. So you have to pick and choose. We have one right now that we have basically 2 large booths in one, and it's our moneymaker. That's where we make most of our money. And then we have a shelf booth in another store that is, we're paying rent and making a little bit of profit, but it's one we're looking at of, okay, do we need to stay? It's kind of like we're still feeling it out. We haven't been in there that long. And then, oh gosh, where was I going that? Yeah, you just got to figure out what works. The 2 call outs that I always say, what we were told when we first started was the J months are hard. January, June, and July are hard months to sell in, that they're the worst months, which we already proved that wrong. I think the first year we did our most money. Well, part of it was they were going out of business, the one thrift store, but we never marked anything down. We just had, our prices were already low, that we did a ton of money in that last month, and it was all profit because you didn't have to pay towards next month rent, straight profit. And then I think last year, June and July, we did great in our other booth. So it's kind of that misconception, and it's kind of, you have to figure out what works and what your clientele is looking for. Our bread and butter, as Bob said, is those cheaper items. Most of our $5 and under items, we sell them constantly out of our booth. Constantly. All the little small things, constantly. The big ticket items, we have to sit and wait, and then you're marking it down. I think we've had, which is a fun story, garage sales. So we went to a garage sale. They had 2 tables sitting out, like beautiful. Like, this one is a heavy wood octagon with a drawer, beautiful table, heavy wood. And then they had a 2-tiered red, it was like a varnish red table, 2-tiered table. They were at the end of the yard sale. They said everything's $1. And I was like, are you kidding me? For these 2 pieces of furniture? You got to be joking me. I was like, can you hold it for us? Because, of course, our car was already packed down. We had to come home, drop off, came back. I gave her $20 for all of it. Oh, yeah, they wanted it gone. We have sat on those two tables for almost 2 years now. We have marked them down. We finally sold one this week, and I was like, hallelujah, it's gone. So that's what you got to look at, is there certain items that at a certain point, how long are you willing to hold on to it to get your top dollar out of it? And you got to start saying, let it go. And as Bob likes to say, I'm the yeet queen. After a while on Whatnot, I'm kind of like, it's time to go. It's time to yeet it. We've had it for a year. I've had it in several shows. If you want it, boom, yeet, take it. And that's kind of where one and done comes from for me. It's kind of like, okay, I have this inventory. I can't sell it. Maybe somebody else can. Take it off my hands. Go ahead and take it.
Yeah, we have the same philosophy, or at least we will this year. We're starting to move away from realistic animals and also love using baby plush. So from our static selling, there's someone out there that's selling that stuff and doing well, and I'm about to give you a great deal, because come to Whatnot and check me out. I'm gonna go ahead and discount this stuff to the point where you're gonna 4 or 5 times your money. So check me out on Whatnot. Future shows coming for that. So we're gonna move all that stuff this year and give someone a great deal and let them be successful with it, because they're selling it for whatever reason we're not. So there's value there, and I want to pass that on. Because we've been blessed so much. I want to make sure that we pass some of that inventory on. So.
Absolutely, yeah. And then Collins on the Move said, I have 5 full bins filled so far for our garage sale next month. I'm with you. My mom, I will go ahead and hand it to her. One of her friends talked her into going to the flea market yesterday. She brought a whole bunch of stuff that we've been sitting on. I think after her and her friend, like, she paid her friend for helping, get the thing set up. She made like $8. but she hustled and tried to get it going, that sort of thing. And it's like, some things, it's kind of like you got to figure out how you still want that. Like, we've reached the point on some of our items. We've had it for so long, nobody's getting it. Like, I'll be the first one. I've already decided, from the start of when we got our booths, I told my mom that we would never do seasonal items. We were not going to be we were not going to be those booth people, that we have all types of seasonal items. We were not going to get into any holidays. And oh yeah, I was the first one that I was going and buying Valentine's. I was buying St. Patrick's Day. I was buying Easter. I was buying everything. And I mean, it was turning. So this year I'm like, we're getting rid of all of our Valentines. We are getting rid of all of our Easter. We're done. It needs to go. Fall and Harvest is the next one for this coming year that it needs to go. I've lotted them up as lots. I do sell it's kind of like Facebook Marketplace, but they're called drop sites. It's Facebook private groups that a business, they take a certain percentage. You post it like an online garage sale. Somebody puts one, you take it to the shop, you fill out a index card with all the information of how much it is, who the buyer is, seller, the date you dropped it, and they pick it up. So you don't have to meet some stranger out in the middle of nowhere, like, hey, I'm going to get this from you type deal. But that's where I've put in all of our Valentine's and Easter merchandise right now. And it's taking some time because it's still early, but I've sold through a lot of it. And I'm like, if it doesn't, then we just make a bigger lot and here you go, take it. I don't want to hang on to it anymore.
I've noticed something about value and reselling. Whenever somebody has a merchandise like a lot of something, it tends to sell better as it does singly, and it will be the same price as it would have been single. So by giving someone a perceived value of more, you can actually get more for your items, or maybe the price you were looking for originally by lotting it. So don't be afraid to lot your items together for sale. That's a good point.
Absolutely. That's one of the best ways, is they're seeing, like Bob said, that value for their dollar. If they're spending it on it, hey, I'm getting 2 plush versus I'm getting 1, or I'm getting, 2 candle holders versus 1, that sort of thing. And that another good point, I know nobody's brought it up. For me, and everybody's different, I think reduced shipping on Whatnot is one of the best things you can possibly do. Coming from the side of being a buyer, if I see that the max shipping is $9.21, I go into your show and you have 3 or 4 items I want, and I start bidding, and then, free shipping unlocked, game on. What else you got? I'm scrolling and I'm looking for it.
All of a sudden, those $3 starts at Rocket City start looking better.
I know, I'm saying. It's like, max shipping. What else you got? Okay, yes, I want that. I'll take that. It helps with that. I think it adds value to the customer, because I know for me, I'm very picky, and I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to get away from buying on Whatnot, because I went, the first year, I was buying from everybody. And it's like, it's only $1. But I'm like, yeah, you're not factoring in that shipping cost. So you went into that show and bought one item for $1, and you paid $9.21 for it. So you actually paid close to $11 for it, $10. So it's like, was it worth it? And it's like, yeah, that's what you have to look at when you're reselling that way. So I think with that reduced shipping, that does help with, one, your customer base, who your buyer is. And then you also got to think, I'll be the first one. If you buy something off of me and you sell it in your show and you make a whole bunch of money, get it. I'm all about getting it.
We're looking at you, Apex Chef.
Yeah. I'm like, get it. I've had it. I sold it to you for what I wanted to sell it for. I'm good. We're gravy. I don't care. In my experience, that's how I feel. I've had other people, for example, on the drop sites, they'll sell stuff. I'll buy it. I'll put it in my booth at a higher price, and I get it. And they're like, what? And they get mad about it. And it's like, but you posted it at this. I just bought it and gave it, you didn't see the value in it. I saw the value in it. So
value is a perceived concept, so it means different things to different people. I can try to give something away on Whatnot, and it will not sell. As soon as I list it on another platform, sells for full asking price.
And it's like the floodgates opened. It's like, holy crud, like, yeah.
And vice versa, by the way.
Huh?
Yes. And vice versa, you know, like if I try to sell it on another platform and I bring it to Whatnot, and I can get through it quicker, and I bought it at such a low price, that's what the beauty of Whatnot is. So.
Absolutely. I know. We started rambling. If y'all have any questions, that sort of thing, feel free to ask them in chat. I think for the only one thing I wanted to bring up, because we started talking about it, but that networking aspect. And yes, there is, when I started on Whatnot, I don't know how I found Whatnot. Don't remind me. Oh, well, hold on. I'm going to restart that in a second. Mama Cita Fine said, do you think you can sell here without doing shows? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
I've had other sellers reach out to me that they're like, I don't want to be on camera. As y'all know, I'm not on camera. It's not about me. It's about the product. You don't have to be. But I've had people that they're just like, I don't want to go live. I don't want to deal with that. You can create Whatnot just like you would those static other sites. There is a lookup tool on Whatnot that you can search certain items. Sometimes, to be honest, we talk about looking at the Bay for looking at your comping strategies, like what it sold for. Utilize Whatnot, because that kind of gives you like what it's going for on Whatnot, because we know those two vary very greatly at times. But you can look up and see what other people are selling that item for to kind of gauge it. But you can also look up that way to find items you're looking for. Just today, I had somebody, they offered me, it was, what was it? It was a croc charm. It's a Petrie from Land Before Time croc charm. They made me an offer on him. I sold him today out of my bin. No communication, just, hey, I want, hey, they offered me and I was like, accept, done. So I've sold stuff. Will I say that it's like constant, that you're like, blah, 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 blah. No, it's like one of those rare, I wouldn't say rare, but for me, it's like occasional, like different times that I was getting different sales. And also, I think it's a good strategy as well, just putting it in your store, because there are a lot of buyers that I know other resellers on here have talked about. I think Gulf Coast Pickers is one that has brought it up before, but they won't come into like their Ray Train day, like when everybody and their mama's there. They'll come the following day to look and see what's in there, because it's that competition of, oh, I got to fight with somebody to get the item I want, that it's like they don't have to deal with that. And a lot of people, there are some people that they just don't, that to them that's stressful to have to compete with somebody to bid it up, and that having it in the buy it now your shop is that option of they don't have to fight anybody. It's there, you can grab it and move on. You don't have to stay and wait and all that sort of thing. So I'd say absolutely.
You don't have to sell it. You don't have to sell it at a price that you're not comfortable with. Stand firm on your price. If you feel there's value there, bring it to your marketplace, put it there, and you will sell it. My wife recently loaded a bunch of Funko Pops on my inventory, and we've been selling through them. So
yeah,
it can happen.
Yeah, it's. I don't want to sit here and say that it's going to be like popping off.
Oh, definitely not. No, definitely not. It's not like the Bay or something else.
Yeah, it's not going to be like the Bay. But if you have those good items that they look for, they're gonna find you. Because I've done that. I've looked for certain items and I found different sellers that I would have found before. I know that this being Whatnot, that what it is a social platform to be doing live selling on. So there's that aspect, but you don't have to be. You can be a static seller as well and just put it in the shop.
And if you're nervous about being on camera and you want to be a non-facing reseller and have a lot of success, I don't know which side she's on for you, but she should.
But yeah, absolutely. I think people get tripped out the few times that I have gone on camera, because we all have this perception of what somebody looks like, and then when you see them, you're like, holy crud, not what I expected at all. But I did do a few shows front camera facing. I was on a couple of Ray trains where you had to be, that was a requirement. And I was like, okay, out of my comfort zone, but okay, awesome. But most of my shows, I'm never on camera. You're looking at the product, you're seeing my hands, and we move on. And then sometimes I'll be like, hey, we might do a field trip and I'll show you different stuff or whatever. But yeah, no. And that's mine. Take your time. You have plenty. Make it. Don't get overwhelmed. The biggest thing I can tell you is, because I'm the world's worst at it too, and I can sit and say it all day, and I have to remind myself, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So take a little bit at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. Be like, okay, I'm going to list 5 things today. Or there are some people that go ahead as they get the items, they take those pictures, they're in their picture reel, they come back to it, they use the pictures, they already have the weight, and they list it that way. So do what works for you. You don't have to do it all at once. Take your time doing it.
And Mama Sita Vines, here's a tip for you. If you go to like Pinterest and put your items up there, you can actually create a link to Whatnot or wherever you're reselling. And it will drive traffic to you to your shop organically, so they can find you there, and they can find that item that you have on your Pinterest. And don't sleep on Pinterest driving sales, because I do that on Etsy, and it's fire. Ooh, I said the E word.
Yeah, and then I'll throw another thing in there, which happened to me. It was my first big ticket item. I sold a Littlest Pet Shop plush out of my bin at $40. No lie, I went on Google and I just searched it after I'd sold it, because I was like, okay, was I wrong in the comps that I put up? Holy crud, I got it, that sort of thing. The Whatnot listing where I had it had come up. So those listings for Whatnot that you have in your shop, when people are searching on Google, sometimes it is taking you to that Whatnot. It'll take you to a Whatnot seller. So keep that in mind as well. So it does help. It's traffic, everything else. I think the one thing I'm the world's worst at, for me, is promoting. Like, my friends and family know that I do Whatnot, but I'm not out. I don't have anything in my booth stating that I'm on Whatnot, which is something I need to correct very soon. But just having that, if you have that other outlet to kind of show like, hey, here's Whatnot, let me show you what it is. Because there's so many people that don't know about Whatnot and what it is, to just get them in the fold of if they're buying or if they're wanting to sell, bring them to it. I've been the world's worst at doing that. I think I do better on Whatnot with helping sellers, but outside of Whatnot, trying to promote it, I think that's something I need to work on this year too.
Don't worry, I do it enough for both of us.
I know Bob's always doing infomercials. I did an infomercial last night though.
I'm proud of you for doing it. Let's hear it one more time for the people in the back of the room. Go ahead and do it one more time, real time. Go ahead.
The infomercial?
Yeah, let's do it for Launchpad. Do one for Launchpad.
Okay. So, if y'all are looking for answers to questions you have, the real nitty gritty of it, how to grow your business, because we're all in that. We're all trying to grow our business. We're all trying to make money here at the end of the day and do something that you love with reselling, finding all that stuff. For me, that's what it is. Every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Rocket City Resellers presents Launchpad podcast. It's Rocket City Resellers, Tennessee Treasures, and myself. We do have guests coming, be it static sellers as well as Whatnot sellers coming on there to kind of help with, now the dogs are going off, but help with their how they're selling, like questions that you have, different things, just basics. I know there's something that I'm on the works that I'm being tasked with that I'm going to be very intentional with, but kind of step-by-step guides on Whatnot, like how to make a show, how do you raid, how do you set up a giveaway, how do you do this. We want to be intentional in showing those aspects, because I know there is onboarding that comes with Whatnot, but there's a lot of stuff that I found just by doing or somebody taught me, and we don't want to keep that knowledge. We want to share that knowledge. So that's something we're working on. But every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the podcast, like I said, Rocket City Resellers, Tennessee Treasures, and myself. And then the other call out, I will say, this Q&A that you're seeing today, we're doing this every Sunday so far. We're trying to be diligent in that. So every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern, Rocket City Reseller is hosting. I'm co-hosting. And then also this evening, for those that we missed, Tennessee Treasures is hosting a Q&A with Rocket City Reseller. So you have 2 opportunities to come on and ask questions that you might have, that sort of thing. So check those shows out. As Bob said, we are not gatekeepers. I'm not trying to be here and sugarcoat anything for you. It is not easy. It was a hustle. I have seen people, like I said, Lost in the Toy Aisle. I'm going to shout her out. She's been on Whatnot for 6 months. The following and the magnitude of how many items she has sold is amazing. It took me over a year to get to 1K sales. And it starts with, you got to figure out what works for you. And I always specify, you have to be authentic. You can't come on and be like all fake, like, oh, I'm the best thing since sliced bread and that sort of thing. You have to be you, period. And if it's take me as I am, that sort of thing. You can't.
Unapologetically Ashley.
Yeah, unapologetically Ashley. I am not perfect. I am not a guru. I am still learning. But if there's in some way that I can help you or anything, you can ask different sellers on here. I've different people that I've worked with, and I'm like, if y'all have any questions, just ask. And there's times that people have asked me questions and I was like, I don't know the answer. And I had to sit and play with it and figure it out. And I was like, holy crud, we both learned something new today. This is how you do it. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely helpful to have a community where you can ask questions. So don't be afraid to mod in people's channels or give insight into something. Maybe they're holding an item, they don't know what it is, but they're selling it. Give them that free information. Doesn't cost anything. You can start building a relationship and trust. And it helps.
Yep. And just network. You can go on somebody's show. Like, I found so many people just from just going and looking at different shows and finding different people. And there's different things that I've picked from different resellers that I will say of things they do that I like, that I was like, ooh, I like that. How can I incorporate that? Or certain things you can learn from each other. And then you start building, because that's how it started. For me, there were different sellers that I just naturally found them. And I was like, why is nobody in here? Why does nobody know what they're selling? They have good stuff at good prices. And then I had already been in all these other shows with other resellers that I was like, hey guys, y'all need to come in here. And just that sort of thing, helping each other out. It helps everyone in the long run is mine. It's not for me to say, oh, I'm the gatekeeper. All these people are going to stay with me, that sort of thing. No. We don't grow. The community doesn't grow. I don't grow as a person. And I think that's the biggest one with one of the things for this year is I don't want to have the same people on my raid trains, but I want to make sure that everyone that's on the raid trains is following, this is what we're looking for. We got to keep the audience engagement because it is, at the end of the day, it's a business. And that's something that I have to start letting go of on my end. It is a business. Yes, I'm here to help you, everything else. But at the end of the day, I have to be honest with you. If it's not working, it's not working. And it's
hard to do.
Yeah, it's hard to do because I want to be fair and consistent across the board, but I don't want to, hurt somebody's feelings. But it's at the end of the day, you gotta maintain and be able to roll with it.
I look at it this way: they're better for it. I mean, it's painful at the time, but in retrospect, hopefully they can grow and look back and say, "Wow, they were right." So maybe I should not do that, or maybe I should do it this way. I'm not saying that we're the be-all and end-all of anything.
Absolutely not.
But also take the feedback from your peers, because a lot of times that's worth more than anybody else. So yeah. Well,
Ashley. We're about at an hour.
I know. And I was like, I yap
Connection's
most of the
terrible.
time.
Whatnot's terrible. Let me enter the code. I'll fix it for you.
But anyways, I want to thank you guys for coming in. Remember that it's Rocket City Reseller presents Launchpad that is powering this Q&A. And we appreciate your viewership. Check out Ashley and myself and Tennessee Treasures tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. And we'll be seeing you then. We want to make sure that you guys come out and get some information. So you're welcome, Mama Sita Finds.
No, thank you. Appreciate you joining. Any questions, just message. We got you.
Yeah, feel free to reach out anytime. All right, Ashley. We're gonna rate somebody.
Like I said, bless somebody. I know it's only a couple of us, but bless somebody.
Yeah,
definitely. Let's go to Nerdy Shop.